Hi kids, today we will be learning about the brain. Did you know your brain is divided into 4 parts called lobes? There is the frontal lobe, the temporal lobe, the parietal lobe, and the occipital lobe. The frontal lobe is important for thinking, problem solving, and memory. The frontal lobe helps us control our thoughts and behaviors. You use your frontal lobe every day when you are working on your homework or deciding what food to eat or trying to remember something. Another lobe is the parietal lobe. This lobe plays a very important role in processing sensory information such as touch, temperature, pain, and pressure. This lobe tells you that the ice cream you're eating is cold or that your food is too hot.
There's also the temporal lobe. This lobe is behind your ears and extends to both sides of your head. The temporal lobe contains a part of our brain called the primary auditory cortex, which especially helps us in hearing the sounds and words we hear. The temporal lobe also has a part of our brain called the hippocampus, which helps us make memories based off events that go on in our lives. The last lobe is the occipital lobe. Similar to how the temporal lobe interprets auditory information, the occipital lobe interprets visual information. The occipital lobe is located in the back of your head towards the bottom, and you can find it here on your brain hat. Your eyes pick up a lot of visual information that gets sent to your occipital lobe. The occipital lobe that translates and processes that information and sends it to the other parts of the brain so we can respond. The occipital lobe is very important because even if your eyes were working properly without your occipital lobe, you would have no way of understanding the information gathered from your eyes.
For this activity, you will need color pencils or highlighters, a printer, the 4 printed parts of the brain, and tape, and scissors.
The link for the outline you'll need for the brain cap in this project will be down below in the description box. You'll want to use a marker to label each lobe and color each a different color. Copy the labels on your printed outline from this clip for the left and right side of the brain. First, you want to cut out the outline of the brain like this. Then you want to snip along the dashed lines that the outline has for you to follow, like this. This part can get a little hard, but have patience. Fold the snip over toward the solid line on your outline and tape them together. The more you tape over all your snips, the more your outline will start taking the shape of a brain. Once you've taped the snips along both of the outlines, you're going to want to tape the outlines together, make sure the lobes come together, and you should have something like this.
Now that you guys finished your brain hat and learned about the basic roles of the lobes, are you ready for a short quiz? You can use your brain thinking hat for help. First, we have a simple multiplication problem that you can do. What is 5 times 2? 10. What lobe did you use to help you solve this problem? You used your frontal lobe, but is that the only lobe you used? No, because you were also looking at the problem with your eyes, so you were also using what other lobe? The occipital lobe.
Imagine you're inside looking out through your window from school and you see a bike. What part of your brain are you using here? The occipital lobe. Now imagine you're in class and you're trying to study and you hear a really loud siren sound. Which part of the lobe are you using here? Your temporal lobe. When you're drinking your hot chocolate at just the right temperature, what lobe are you using? Your parietal lobe, that's right. All right, well, we hope you all had fun and go teach your friends about the brain. Enjoy your new brain caps.